Hi, Batlings. Hello, hello. Feels like it's been a while. I know it hasn't been that long, but it feels like it's been a while. Especially because, usually I'm not gone for like a week at a time. And it's been a little while since I had a break. I did miss you guys. I did miss you guys. I won't lie. But I got to work on some stuff that I needed to catch up on. So, I mean, I wasn't as productive as I would have liked to be, but I got some things done. The rest of them I can finish, probably. Any good Astolfo dreams? Well, maybe. I did go somewhere for my birthday. Yes, I did get some rest. I promise. I got plenty of it. I got plenty of it. But like I said, I went somewhere for my birthday and it was not quite what I expected. Hello, hello. So I went to, well, I mean, I don't know if I should say exactly like where it was. Probably not. But I went to like this place that's not super duper far away from where I live. And I got a hotel room for I think like 2 nights. And I was like, yeah, it's gonna be fun. I can just, relax and chill out. And I got I got there and the parking garage that they had was shared between like I think it was 2 or 3 different hotels. So parking was a mess because like every single spot was full. And apparently they were having a bunch of weddings at like all the 3 hotels that they had to share the parking garage between. So there were a ton of people and we had to I had to wait in line to check in. And then I got up to my room and I have an allergy to like feather pillows. I don't know exactly what it is. I just know that like I can't sleep on them or else I start itching, which isn't pleasant. So I was supposed to have like the pillows changed out anyway because I had put it on the reservation. And so I had to call down to the front desk and I was like, can I get some different pillows? Like, can I get down pillows? Because feathers, I can't have feather pillows. I know, I'm allergic to a lot. There's a lot. I think the world is against me sometimes. Oh, hello. But I called the front desk and I waited like almost an hour and nobody came. And so I was like, okay, this is getting kind of ridiculous. So I called again and I was like, hey, it's been like an hour since I asked for different pillows. Like, are you gonna send someone? And the woman at the front desk was like, okay, I'll ask. And then she came back and she was like, yeah, they just didn't get the request the first time. And I was like, but what do you mean? I waited almost an hour. And at this point, I got there pretty late. So it was like almost 9 o'clock at night. And it took them like 30 more minutes just to get to my room. And finally, I got different pillows. So, that wasn't the greatest first impression. Yeah, I mean, every time I don't think I ever got my room cleaned the whole time I was there, actually. Because I remember the first actual full day that I was there, when I went out, they were cleaning the rooms like way down the hall and it was already like almost noon, I think. Which I mean, sure, but and so the first full day that I was there, thank you. I was just gonna kind of look around and like, you know, do some stuff. So I think I had tickets to the aquarium that was there. And I really wanted to go because they had seals and I really love seals. So I wanted to go see the seals. So I got to the aquarium and the exhibit that the seals were in was just kind of like disappointing. Like I got there and I was like, oh, this is it? And the rest of the aquarium was also kind of bare bones and I was like, you know, this isn't really what I expected. Like I still had some fun, but at the same time I was like, damn, this is kind of nothing. But at the very least, I did have dinner at a fancy steakhouse, so I did get to do that, and that wasn't a disappointment. Tanks half full. No, there just wasn't really... I don't know, they just didn't have that many things. Like, they had a few, like, little fish. They had, like, 3 sharks and a few sea turtles. And that was pretty much it, honestly. Oh wait, they had like an alligator and a snake. I did take pictures, but I'm probably not gonna show them because I don't know if it's like a big enough aquarium that it wouldn't be, you know, tracked down. And also I'm scared of the reflections that could show, so, you know. But like I said, it was kind of disappointing. But I was like, meh, whatever. I can just go do other stuff. So when I was getting an Uber back to the hotel, I passed by this place and it looked really cheesy. It was a haunted house. And I was like, I don't need to go to a haunted house. So I got back to the hotel room and I had nothing to do. And I was like, you know what? I think I'll go. So I got an Uber back over there. And I got there. I had to buy tickets at the door because it's, you know, like one of those places where they don't have them online. So I got my ticket to the haunted house. I went inside. I was actually feeling kind of scared. I was actually a little bit scared, I will admit. And I got in there. And there were quite a few props, but it was really dark, really narrow, and also there was only one like scare actor. Like there was only one person trying to scare you the whole time and they just like followed you around. So like after a few minutes, or not even, after like a minute, I was like, okay. It wasn't that spooky. They did have a few like jump scares that got me. Not like from the props or anything, but just because of like loud sounds. Oh, hello. So, I mean, I had fun. It wasn't the greatest, but I had fun. It was definitely not, you know, Halloween Horror Nights, but I feel like if I had never been to Halloween Horror Nights, I would have thought a little bit higher of that. Interesting way to spend your birthday. I know. Yeah, I did a few interesting things. And actually that was one of the biggest things that I honestly I didn't do that much, but one of the biggest things that happened was the first night I was there, like the night that I got there, I was in bed on my phone and I was about to set my phone down and go to sleep. And this like alarm started going off in the hotel room, and it didn't sound like your traditional like fire alarm. Like it was kind of weird. It was just kind of like 2 dings, and then, you know, someone over the intercoms being like, please await further instructions. And I was like, wait, is that the fire alarm? And I put my phone down, and this is the second time this happened, and it's the same place that I went to before. Different hotel, but the same place. So I went out on the balcony because I was like, is there actually a fire? And like, you know, there were flashing lights downstairs in the lobby, I guess. But like I couldn't see, you know, I couldn't see if there was like firefighters or anything. And then the alarm went off after like the 3rd time. And I was like, okay, I guess it's a false alarm. Like they didn't tell us anything. Because, you know, the first time this happened at the other hotel, I actually went downstairs and went outside. And like, even back then, no one else really went outside. There were only like a few other people. So when this happened, I was like, does this just happen like all the time? Like in this place that I was staying, do people just pull the fire alarm all the time? So I went back to bed eventually. Then the next day, after I had been to the aquarium and the haunted house, I was going to bed again. No, unfortunately not. But I was going to bed again. I think this time I was off my phone. I was still awake, but I was laying there. And the fire alarm goes off again. And I'm like, holy shit. How does this happen 2 nights in a row? And then like the second time it started to play, I guess someone, you know, cut into it with the intercom. It was like, it's a false alarm. We're calling the fire department to disable the alarm. And I was like, oh my god. So I don't know if I just like happen to stay in a place where everyone just pulls the fire alarm at every single hotel all the time or what. Because I've been to quite a few places throughout my life, and I've never been anywhere that's had the fire alarm pulled before this. As far as I can remember, and each time they were false alarms too. But it's just absurd that it happened 2 nights in a row. 1-star hotels. This was a really nice hotel. I mean, it was like a, you know, a name brand. And it wasn't like a like Super 8 or whatever. It was a nice hotel. So, you know, I had to go through that. But overall, it was definitely a trip. Honestly, I didn't have that much fun, but honestly, I feel like the first full day I was there, probably like halfway through the day, I was kind of like, damn, I wish I just like went home. But I was like, I still have another night at the hotel, so I'll just stick it out. Like, I can't get my money back, so I just gotta do it. But I did eventually go home. And honestly, I had a much better time at home because there's no, you know, fire alarm to pull. Or at least not, you know, pulls just for fun. Find hotels without fire alarms. I don't know if that's gonna be possible. I think that's kind of required. But, you know. I think it's just the place that I was in. Because I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of shady area. Like, on one of my Ubers, there was this, like, I guess theme park that I drove by that looked very, very, very shady. Like, all the rides were dirty and they were super close together. They looked really old. And I was like, oh, well, that's comforting. Well, that's the thing. I've been there before, but like, I don't know. I just thought it'd be fine. I didn't think the fire alarm was gonna go off. And, you know, all the hotels were in like a nice area. And I really only stuck to the nice areas. Because at one point I didn't have anything to do, so I was just like walking around all the shopping stuff. And I went in the Lego store. And I was like, I don't know, maybe I'll buy myself like some Legos for my birthday or something. So I went in there and I was looking around and they had like the Titanic, a replica of the Titanic in Lego form, and I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. And I was like, I wonder how much it is. Maybe I'll buy it. So I looked at the price and it was like $700. And I was like, huh? Sorry, but I'm not paying $700 for a Lego Titanic. But then I got up closer to the counter and I saw someone actually buying one. I was like, Jesus. Like, was there a scam anyways? I don't know. I feel like every time I got Legos, I mean, I haven't really like built any recently, but every time I got them in the past, I would play with them for a bit and then just kind of like forget about them. How many pieces? I didn't really check. I just saw the price and I was like, that's way too much. Because like I said, I did not feel like paying $700 for Legos. At least not the Titanic. For $700, I don't know, it's better it's better have like a diamond in it or something. All hobbies can be like that. That's true. But at least most scale figures fall within the range of like $200 to $300, which is at least a little more reasonable. Or, you know, like 7th and 8th scale. Any bigger than that, usually, yeah, that's pretty expensive. The natural cycle stuff that you have to build, that's true. Well, it's kind of like Minecraft. And I don't just mean like the style with like blocks, but you know, like I'll play Minecraft for a bit and then I get bored because it's just like there's so much that I could do, but I don't really want to do any of it. It's like you have too much freedom. Although I guess it is kind of different with Legos because, you know, you can put them in a certain shape if you want to. I mean, I might go back to Minecraft someday. I've been thinking about it. But it's like, I don't really know what to do. I guess I could keep building my, my castle base. But it's like, since I'm in survival, getting the resources is, it's so exhausting. Vanilla server? If we did a server, I might add a few mods. I don't know. Hello. I don't know. I was thinking about it like earlier this week because I've been playing Fire Emblem Fates. Because if you didn't know, I like Fire Emblem. I just haven't really played that many of the games. So I'm getting through Fates, and I realized as I was playing it, like, I really like linear games. Like, I like having a specific story to follow. If you give me a sandbox game, I don't know. I kind of give up because there's too much that I could do. You ever kill a warden? No, I have not. My favorite character's in your hands. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, I do have a 3DS, but I'm emulating because physical versions of Fates are like super expensive. Well, pretty much any like older Fire Emblem game, the physical versions are insane. I I was playing earlier today and I chose to marry Forest in Fire Emblem in Fire Emblem Fates. And my friends were making fun of me and they were like, "You really have a type." And I was like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I don't know. Leo from Fire Emblem, apparently. The Fire Emblem that you ship the character to create a better one. I mean, yeah, you can make children if you want to. I know you can. But the thing is, I don't want to like jailbreak my 3DS. I want to keep it the way it is. Hello, I'm good. But I've been having fun playing it. I'm not the best when it comes to strategizing in Fire Emblem games, but it's fine. I started out with 3 houses because I really only got into Fire Emblem when 3 houses dropped, so I'm not like an OG Fire Emblem fan, and I'm kind of playing them all backwards, but you know, it's fine. Didn't turn on the permadeath mode? No, I didn't want to. Yeah, he is. OG Fire Emblem is a whole different game. Yeah. I do eventually want to get to them. And also, I've thought about streaming some of the Fire Emblem games, but it's like the stories for most of them take so long to get through that I just don't know if I would want to do that all on stream. Because, like, especially 3 houses, I feel like that would be be like a 50-part series. Which, I mean, I guess, I don't know, I haven't tried Ashen Wolves, the DLC route, so maybe it's different. I don't know. I have Fire Emblem Warriors, I haven't touched it in years though. Because I started playing it, and I was like, I don't know, I really don't like I don't like games like this. Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn stream. I might, since they're definitely gonna be shorter than 3 houses. Because 3 houses has a lot. But like I said, I do like Fire Emblem. And it had been a while since I played a Fire Emblem game when I started playing Fates. But like I said, it's been fun. And like I said, it made me realize that I do really like linear games a lot more. Hello. Well, I mean, there's also like what is it? What is it called? The spin-off one that's like a, I don't know if it's a rhythm game. I don't know. There's that one everyone hates. Something Encore. Is it Fire Emblem Encore? I don't think it's called that. I don't know. I just know everyone hates it. Yeah, I think it's Tokyo something. Yes, Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Fire Emblem Engage. I know a few people that like Engage. Although, I don't know. I've seen a little bit of Engage and I'm like, I'm just not that interested. I mean, I like all the character designs for Engage, so initially I was kind of excited. But after a bit, I was like, oh, yeah, it does kind of look bad. Hopefully, I don't know, hopefully sometime soon they make another like good Fire Emblem game. Because I liked Three Houses. I know a lot of people didn't, or at least initially, but I liked Three Houses. Engage's story by some miracle has a way worse and cringe story compared to Fate's. I don't think Fate's is that bad, but I think Corin is just like a very very stupid protagonist, to be honest. This implies Three Houses also has a femboy. I don't know if anyone would really count as one, except maybe like maybe Yuri from Ashen Wolves, but like I said, I haven't played Ashen Wolves because that was the DLC route. Even though I did buy the DLC, I haven't touched it. Because I haven't touched my Switch in a long time, to be honest. I just realized after a while, like, I like playing my 3DS a lot more. It's really more of a dating sim. In a way, in a way. I know, I know. Like I said, I haven't played any of the like original games. Because I'm getting through Fates right now and I've played Three Houses and I don't think I've played any of the others. Maybe a little bit of Awakening. I don't know. It might be. I would have to like actually go through and check to be sure, but I think when it comes to like Pokemon, it's especially bad, which is why I stopped buying them because like I would buy a new Pokemon game and I'd be like, this time I'm actually gonna beat the game. And then I would get like an hour into the game and I'd be like, yeah, I really don't want to keep playing. Pokemon's pretty linear. Yeah, but it's just a lot. Especially because you gotta grind for the gyms. And also, I don't know. There was just something about it that made me like not want to keep playing. I'd have to play another one or like go through it again to actually remember what it was. Japan only ones. If there's, I mean, I'm assuming there's probably fan translation patches. So probably, maybe. The games are like 60+ hour games. Yeah. And also, I don't know. I know a lot of people like it, but the Pokemon style, I guess, kind of gets boring after a bit. Because, you know, you kind of do the same things over and over again. It's like, I don't know. I don't really want to beat, like, the 9th gym leader. I did get pretty far in, damn, I don't remember which one it was. I got pretty far in one of them, like, almost to the end. I know it was one of the newer ones. I know I beat, like, Pokemon Red when it came out. Or not when it came out, but, like, you know, when I played it. I'm not that old, guys. Digimon? I remember when I was younger, I absolutely hated Digimon because I thought it was just a ripoff of Pokemon. Like, I absolutely despised it. And yeah, Pokemon combat is kinda... I don't know, it's not that great. I should probably, I don't know. Maybe eventually I'll play some of the older Pokemon games. Because I think they might be more interesting than some of the newer ones. Because a lot of the newer Pokemon games are just kind of... I think like Sun and Moon was good. And then after that is, well... Palworld? I don't know. I never really cared for Palworld, which is why I never streamed it when it came out. Because it just looks so bland. Yeah, Sword and Shield. Actually, I think Sword and Shield is the one that I got pretty decently far into and then I quit. No free clout? Nah. Like I said, I don't really like playing games that I don't really like, even if they're popular. Because yeah, Palworld was getting quite a few views for everyone, but I was like, you know, the passion's not going to be there. And sometimes I feel like if I'm playing a game and I don't really like it, it's probably not that noticeable, but I feel like people can tell. So I just don't. Like, I'd rather play stuff that I actually care about and want to play instead of playing something that I'm just gonna have to, like, keep trudging through even though I don't want to. Because honestly, the coughing game was kind of like that. Don't really play open world looters, so the new viewers are gonna leave anyways. Yeah. Silent Hill 2 is gonna be good for me at least, because I do actually like Silent Hill. Although I don't know if the remake's gonna be good, but we'll see. And yeah, Pythea Remnant was definitely something. Maybe I'll finish it someday. I always bring this up, but maybe I'll finish it. Scarlet and Violet was embarrassing for launching its broken as Bethesda open world games. Yeah. I think I have Violet. I mostly only bought Violet because it has the same name as my dog. I fell for Pokemon again. But I got it, and the whole time I was playing it, I was like, oh, this kind of sucks. Palworld was a flash in the pan. Yeah. After a while, everyone just kind of stopped talking about it. And also, I haven't gotten a key yet. I might. Well, I probably will, because I really don't want to pay, like, the $100 or whatever it is for the deluxe edition. Hey, at least Samurai Remnant was around Christmas, so it was fine. Hello. And I mean, like I said, I'll probably finish it eventually. Cause like, I even like Extella Link more than Samurai Remnant. And I don't like Extella Link that much. Like, I feel like... to be honest, if Extella Link didn't have a Astolfo in it, I probably wouldn't be that inclined to play it. I do like a lot of the other characters that are in it, but even then, I don't know if that'd be enough. I do think some of the gameplay is fun, but it's like I can only play it every now and then or else I get bored. Also didn't finish Silent Hill 4. Yeah. I think I'm like halfway through it, aren't I? I just... I don't know. I don't want to, like, think about it anymore. Like, 3 Fate Kings coming out this year? I think Extra Record, which is the Fate Extra remake, is coming next year. Hopefully early next year, because I really want to play it. I really like Fate Extra. I just don't like the combat for it. and the Fate Extra Record combat seems a lot better. So I really want to play it. And then, I don't know if, I think the other two might be anime. Maybe, unless there's some that I don't know about. There's Fate Strange Fake, which is an anime that's coming out. I don't know about a third one. Although I haven't been paying too much attention to Fate news. Actually excited to see Pi play Parasite Eve 2 because gameplay's good. I'll probably, I don't know, I'm probably gonna wait just a little bit for that because there is other games that I want to like get further into, like Yomori Night Alone and Dismantled. But then after we get a bit further into those, I can start it. I feel like Silent Hill 4 really overstays its welcome, if that makes sense. Like, if I'm only a quarter into the game, it's just way too much. See, man? I know. Wait, do I still even have, like... Oh, wait, I still have the time. And the date. 5/18, 23 o'clock. So if I just load it to then, he'll be fine, I think. Probably. Maybe we'll do that next week. Maybe we'll finally finish it up. It is just kind of annoying getting it all to work, though, but, you know, it'll probably be fine. I'm probably one stream away to finish it. Yeah, I know. I know. Like I said, we might do it next week because I do need to actually finish that up. We'll get to it, I promise. And then as for, well, there's a lot of games that I want to play in the future, but I won't start them right now because I have a pretty long list of games that I want to stream. And I don't want to like jump the gun and start a bunch of them all at once or something. And then have like 12 different games that I have to play at once. Status on the cake VOD. I think what I'm gonna do with that is make a highlights video that hopefully won't take as long as the Funger one. Just because for me, I'd prefer to only show not like the good parts, that's not what I'm trying to say, but I want it to be a little more easily digestible, and also there were quite a few reflections, and I just didn't want to have to blur out that much, to be honest. VTubers start like 30 games and never finished any of them. Yeah, it's just kind of a curse. Which, I mean, it is kind of hard when you're playing a different game every day. Because, I mean, yeah, I could play the same game every single day for like a week. But I don't really like doing that. I like playing a different one every day and getting a little bit farther in each one. So I'd rather do that, even though it does make it harder sometimes. I mean, I'll keep in all the mistakes I made because it's funny content. So hello. Every day is crazy, but it's okay to repeat a game here and there. I know. Like I said, I just don't like to do it too often. And if I did, I'd probably make them like a few days apart. Yeah, I do also miss when games were shorter. Because I mean, I liked when games were like, at the most, maybe like 20 hours to beat. Like, that's not too bad. But if you give me a game and you're like, it's gonna take like 140 hours to get through this, I'm like, I don't think I have 140 hours just laying around. Like, I don't have that amount of time. And the problem with those is like, if you take a long break because you don't have time to play it, then you come back and you're like, I have no clue what's happening. Which happens to me anyway, but it's really based on genre that dictates how long games will be. That's true. I mean, if it's like a Souls-like, I can kind of excuse it. But for something that's like, I don't know, like a 100-hour horror game or something, I would be like, no, that's just way too long. Although, if Silent Hill 3 was 100 hours long, I probably wouldn't complain. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I've already spent like maybe around like 20 hours in Fire Emblem Fates, and I only started it like, well, some of that's just been like leaving the game open, and I didn't mean to, but remember that game where you are a bird and you have to climb a mountain? I don't know. Horror games are short except Alien Isolation. Well, I think Alien Isolation, it does a lot of things right, and I think its length is pretty good. I think it could have been... Honestly, I think it could have been a little longer and I would have enjoyed it still. I mean, I feel like most of the time that it took was just because I was being very, very, very careful. Because I did start another playthrough off stream a while ago, and I have not been careful like at all. And I've gotten halfway through the game already. Or I think a little bit over halfway, so... you know, if I wasn't crouching the entire time, I'd probably get through it a little bit easier. I mean, at least with Fire Emblem, it's like, you can save pretty often. It's not like some games where you have to, you know, wait for a certain point to save or anything. Although if you're in battle, you can't save, but I think that's fine. Although I was playing Fates earlier, and I had a point where I got into a battle and I was like, I really don't want to do this anymore. But I was like, oh my god, I haven't saved since like way before this battle. And so I just had to go through the whole thing, and it took like an hour. Because it was one of the extra battles that has like 3 units only. I was like, oh my god. Do you keep all your units alive? I try. In Fates, I have it on Phoenix mode, where they come back like pretty much immediately after they die. I think it's like the next turn they come back. So I prefer that. I did see there's a new Fears to Fathom. I haven't played a Fears to Fathom game in a while. The last one I played was oh, my tracking. Hold on. But the last one I played was when I was still using 1.0, so it's definitely been a while. Because it's been almost a year. Or no, I think at this point it has been a year. No. Almost a year since the 2.0 debut. So it's been a long time. I'll feel terrible at the end if someone doesn't make it. Like I said, I don't play on classic mode because it's just, I don't know, I don't want them to die. It makes me feel bad. And, you know, like I said, with Phoenix mode, they come back the next turn. So it is kind of silly when they die in battle and then they just immediately come back. Excited for the new outfit. I am also. I don't have everything prepared. I know we're getting really close to 5K. I still have a bunch of things that I need to get done, but I promise I will have it done at some point. Hopefully by the time we hit 5K, I will have it, at least the art done, and have it being rigged. Because then rigging should take like a month, maybe? I think we're like, I mean, I'm not gonna check right now, but I think we have like 80 subscribers left to 5K. Unless I gained more. I don't know. So we're really not that far. We're not that far. But like I said, I'll get working on it. And hopefully I can have it done pretty soon. Because the art's pretty much done. I just have a few more things that I need to finish. Like, I think I gotta finish a few toggles actually. And then I can get it rigged. And hopefully I don't need to cut anything differently because that's gonna take more time. But we'll see. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. And then, I mean, exploding button toggle? No. Unfortunately, there's not one of those. But should we kidnap 80 randos and force them to subscribe? You know, maybe if you want to. I will admit, I told the mods, but the other day I got really curious and I was looking into it. And I spent like $100 on YouTube advertising. I mean, honestly, so far it's kind of been working out. I don't know, we'll see if there's any like long-term good effects, but hey, it's fine. It's fine. I was like, as long as I get like over 100 subs from it, I'll consider it not a waste of money. It's only been like a few days. And it's fine. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. I mean, it's only for like, I don't know, around, I think it's like 2 weeks. So yes, I did also post a new short. Did I spend dono money on advertising? No, it was my own money. What is advertised? I advertised the Funger video that I made. So that's why it's been like going up in views. So we'll see how it turns out. Like I said, I was just curious to see like if it actually worked because when I looked it up, like I got really mixed reviews, I guess. I will. Just a second. Because, you know, some people are like, oh, I accidentally opened the link. Oh, message. There we go. But, some people were like, yeah, it really didn't work for me. And some people were like, it worked super well for me. So I guess it just kind of depends. Or, you know, I don't know. If you get lucky, maybe. Like I said, I don't know if it works super well in terms of like long-term viewer retention. But we'll see. It's... If I consider it an experiment, I feel a little bit better about it. I mean, so far it doesn't seem to be going that bad, so, you know, I guess it's fine. Guess if you get actual subs, it's not similar to paying to get more views subs, which can get you banned. That's true. It's true. Like I said, I just wanted to see, like, how it worked and what it does, especially because recently I've been getting, like, other VTubers recommended to me when I try searching up my own channel. So I was like, I don't know, maybe they'll push my video to other like VTuber viewers? I don't know. I would assume that's hopefully how it works. Or at least like people who like horror games. And I thought the Funger video would be a good way because, you know, I play horror games, so it shows kind of most of my content, or most of what my content is like, I mean. Promoting a post on Twitter. I don't know if I would promote something on Twitter. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like that probably wouldn't go as well. And also, I don't really want to give Elon money, to be honest. Which keywords did you pick? I don't think I picked any keywords, actually. I don't know if there's probably a way to do that. But I have not, like, seen any way to do that. Cake video should promote you well. Let me see. Because I know it's in content and promotions. Let me look at it. Like I said, I don't know if I was like able to add any keywords. Yeah, I couldn't add any keywords. I could only add like certain countries to show it to. Well, I guess the tags are probably just the tags on the video, I would assume. I don't know. Some short where you're panicking and screaming. I don't really have that many moments where I scream, though, is the issue. I mean, so far it's been decent, I guess. I'll go ahead and like kind of expose the stats. It got 23,000 impressions so far. And the actual views from that translates over very, very little. So it has about like 500 actual views out of the impressions. And from that, the subscribers have been actually pretty decent. Which I mean isn't too bad. I mean, obviously I'd like 23,000 more subscribers, but you know, it's just kind of how it is. And I mean, like I said, it hasn't been too bad, I don't think. And then, like I said, I posted another short, which I haven't really looked at the analytics because I just don't like looking at my analytics. Every time I talk to my dad, he's like, you should look at your analytics and like improving them. And I'm like, I don't know. I just, honestly, I don't care that much about it. Like, I want to push to 5K, but then after that, I feel like, I don't know, I'm kind of just gonna let it cruise, see what happens. Because at that point, I don't know, I've gotten where I wanted to get. Like I said, obviously, it's nice to have more subs, but I think 5K is just like what I want to get to. And if we get more than that, then I'll be happy. Strictly for the fanfic reading? No, not really. Not really. But I mean, I remember when I first started out, all I wanted was to get to 1K, and I got there pretty quickly, actually. But honestly, after like the first 1,000, I feel like I kind of stopped caring about how many subscribers I got. Like, obviously, it's really nice to have more. But after a while, I was like, I honestly don't care that much. Don't make content based on analytics anyway, so you don't have to give it your full attention. That's true. That's true. I mean, it's good to know, like, what's happening at least. Or, you know, if you make something and it really like blows up, try to analyze what's working. I don't know. I suppose. I wish they still had the bronze play button. Cause that one you used to get at 10K, I think. But I guess, I don't know. I guess too many people have gotten to 10K, so they stopped doing that. But it's like, I mean, YouTube is owned by Google. They could surely, you know, give out like a few bucks. I don't know how much it takes to make them, but give out like a few $100 to make some more bronze play buttons, right? Or at least, I don't know, like send me a piece of paper in the mail. Oh, thank you. I mean, I try to find a good balance between like what works with the algorithm and what I actually like doing. Because if I can, I would prefer to just do what I like to do and not have to do anything different. But I know that's not entirely realistic. But I do enjoy making stuff. I had fun editing the Fear and Hunger short that I just put out. We can send you a bronze Astolfo statue. I don't know, that might be... I feel like that might be a little expensive. The latest streams went really well. That's true. I mean, I've been happy with like the content that I've been making recently and everything. And yeah, there are definitely things that I can still improve on, but compared to like looking back at some older streams, I'm like, I feel like I've improved a lot. And I think that's what matters most to me when I look back at my streams. Just a brass one. Yeah, maybe. But I feel like sometimes you can tell when like someone is making content that they don't really care about. So I try not to do that because I do have fun doing this and I want to keep having fun. For as long as I can. Since you got back into hand cams, will there be more? Yeah, probably. I don't know how soon they'll be, but probably in the next few months there will be a few. Probably won't do like a Christmas gift opening stream or anything. I might do another... I don't know if I'll do a gingerbread stream. Maybe... Maybe I'll try making cookies. Maybe cookies will go a little bit better. I mean, it's hard to mess up cookies, right? So if I make cookies on stream, it can't be that bad, right? Right, guys? And then, like I said, I want to edit the cake VOD into a video. I still want to make an ASMR video at some point just to try it. And after that, there's a few like, I wouldn't call them video essays, but like, I don't know, just talking about games that I enjoy. Or even maybe games that I don't enjoy. We'll see. I want to make a few videos like that eventually. But for me, scripted content is a lot harder. And also edited content. Because when it's scripted, I feel like I always want to do it in like a really specific way. So it's kind of hard. And then edited stuff, also I don't know. I don't have as much fun editing as I do just streaming and putting stuff out there. Dare your parents to watch, listen to your ASMR. I don't think I would do that. I don't think I would like that. Alright, have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. Return of Garfield cart? Maybe. Need that essay of how games are overpriced since you're so passionate about it. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm smart enough for that. I feel like there's people that could talk about it that know a lot more about it than I do. Maybe if I did my research beforehand, like a lot of research, then maybe eventually, but I just don't know that much about why the prices are going up. I mean, I'm sure if I make an ASMR video, it's probably gonna pop up on my mom's recommended someday, because she's subscribed to me, but I feel like she would be like, Pythea, what is this? And I don't know, if she did ask anything, I'd probably just be like, I don't know, getting that bag. Although I have seen recently, YouTube is taking down a lot of like ASMR videos, so I've been kinda hesitant. I mean, I'm sure as long as it's not that sus, it should be fine, right? Hopefully. I don't know, as long as I don't do anything too sussy, it should be okay. And if it does get taken down, well, you know, what happens happens. They usually lock that content for members. Do members stuff really not get taken down that much? I mean, I don't know, I'll probably make it members first, but the Fate read-along stream. Like I said, I'll probably make it members first, but then I do want to make it public eventually. So we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I'll probably just make it public, and if they take it down, they take it down. And I'll apologize to YouTube if they take it down. But this script that I am in the middle of writing isn't super sus or anything, so I should be okay, I think. We'll see. Member streams are usually safe. I see, I see. The algorithm prefers you have a separate ASMR channel. Yeah. It's just, you know, the dilemma that I go through is like, I don't want to do a bunch of ASMR because I don't really care for ASMR. Like, I don't have a passion for it. Like, yeah, I'll do it like once or twice, or maybe every now and then, but it's not something that I really care that much about, so I don't want to like make a ton of ASMR videos or do ASMR streams and then have a ton of viewers that only come for ASMR. Especially because, you know, sometimes when you do ASMR, some of the fans of that can be a little strange. Which I've said before, but you know, I would just rather avoid that as much as I can while still, you know, experimenting. I'm so not strange. I think there are far stranger, so it's okay. But like I said, if I only do it like every now and then, which would be like probably months and months apart, then it should be fine. And as for like the actual video aspect, I'm probably not going to do too much. I know, I see so many like VTubers that I enjoy that do so many ASMR streams, and I'm like, I just don't understand how you do it. And also, like I've said, I feel like if I tried to do it live, like, I just could not read the scripts with a straight face. Or I don't know, they probably don't have scripts when they do it live. Or at least some of them. I know some people just kind of like make it up as they go. I feel like I would completely sidetrack. And like I said, I could not keep a straight face. Honestly, Daya streams so much. Like, every time she puts out a schedule, she has like 10, 12 streams planned for the week, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, how do you stream so much? Like, I like streaming, but oh my god. It's a lot. Seems very calm from viewers then, but the streamer, it's tough work. Yeah. Maybe you would do better if Astolfo gets put into the equation. Well, and also, like, you know, I love streaming, but also I do like having free time. Your random giggling will really add to the ASMR experience. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I am working on an ASMR script, and I would say it's about like halfway done. I'm aiming for like 10 to 15 minutes. I don't want to write like too much because it's kind of a scenario that I don't really know how to put too much into without going in like a strange direction. Basically, it's like a, you know, vampire scenario. But it's like, I don't want to write too much because, like I said, I feel like it would kind of go in an odd direction if I tried to go on too long. I mean, I don't know if gaming talk videos would be unscripted. Maybe I would if I was like really, really passionate about something. But like I said, I think the script is about like halfway done, so whenever I finish that, I mean, I'm already embarrassed just writing it because the other day when I was working on it, I think I said this before, when I was working on it, I still have to like minimize the tab every now and then and just be like, what am I doing? I mean, I'll take it seriously. I'll take it as seriously as I can, but I feel like the first read through is gonna be a lot of embarrassment. I'm definitely gonna have to record it when my roommates aren't home because it would certainly be something if they heard me doing that. Write it on paper. No, if I write it on paper, then there's like physical evidence. I'd have to like burn it. But like I said, it's probably gonna be like 10 to 15 minutes. I don't want it to be too long, but I don't want it to be super short either. Burn the script after. I don't know. I mean, I feel like the most that I've listened to ASMR is like a few years ago, back when I was in the Danganronpa fandom and like I had friends that were also in the Danganronpa fandom. We would, ironically, we would listen to like Kokichi ASMR. Because I remember one specific instance that I think we were like in an Uber and me and my friend, we were sharing earbuds and we were listening to like, we were listening to an NSFW version of an ASMR. And we were trying so hard not to laugh, just like sitting there in the back of the Uber. I still remember it vividly. In the Uber. We had earbuds in, but we were trying so hard not to lose it. I mean, it was definitely an experience. It was fine. It was fine. I mean, I look back on it fondly, I think. If you still keep in contact with them. I do. I do. I mean, you know, We all have stuff to do now, and I've moved away from them, but I still talk to them every now and then. But there were a lot of experiences that I had. But like I said, I used to listen to ASMR ironically. And I had a channel, I think I mentioned this before, I did have a channel where I did like ironic ASMR. And it's still floating around out there. It's still floating around out there. So, you know. I mean, there wasn't even anything like showing on the screen besides just like a still image. It was a pretty normal image. The only like sus thing about the screen was that it just said like NSFW version or something. The crusty mic. I did. It was very, very crusty. And like I said, it's still out there somewhere. Always haunting me. I mean, I still have the login to the account, so if I really wanted to, I could private the videos, but I just don't really feel like doing that. Unfortunately, though, that channel never got monetized, even though a bunch of the videos have like over 1,000 views. So, you know, kind of unfortunate. Didn't get to get the bag for those. Which, I mean, I think, I don't know how many videos they were. You could always repeat the success now. I could try, but I don't know if I could ever capture it again. Because the thing that I did back then was I would hop in a call on a public Discord server with like 2 or 3 of my friends, and we would record an ironic ASMR, and sometimes people would just like jump in and say things, and I would just leave it in. I would just leave it in the video. And I feel like if I did that today, it wouldn't be quite the same. It's called role-playing. No, I had a script written out that everyone had to read from. I wonder if I still have them. Let me see. I want to see if I still have at least like 1 or 2 of them. Although I don't know if I wrote them on this account or not. Let me see. Well, there's one. Yeah. Oh my god, it's written in Comic Sans. So curious on what you dare to do in public now. It's, I mean, listen, I feel like I'm a very naturally shy person, so there's a lot of spelling mistakes and grammar mistakes that I just left in. Read a sentence from it. I really don't want to. I don't want to because I feel like then you guys could find it, and I don't want you guys to find it. I don't. It's not something that I'm entirely proud of. I think it's just kind of a silly bit of lore. Which is the only reason I talk about it still. How could we find it was one random sentence? I mean, you never know. You never know. I can't find any of the other ones, the other scripts that I had. I only have one left. The others, they might just be lost media, I guess. The Dark Ages. I wouldn't say they were Dark Ages, but they were definitely something. And then I think I said this the last time I was just chatting, but I want to get back into making shorts somewhat regularly. So like, I don't know, kind of like the Funger one, just kind of put them out every now and then. Not try and do daily ones like I did before, because I mean, yeah, I was getting decent views on them, but honestly, I don't think it was really that worth it. Because, I mean, if I look back at them, the subs that I got from them was only like 2 or 3 at a time, and I'm like, the daily grind isn't really worth it to only get like, I don't know, 10 subscribers a week. When usually I can just do that from streaming anyway now. So, you know, I think we're fine. And like the one that I just put out, I think I've gotten like 3 subs from it. So, you know, kind of the usual. And I'm like, that's okay. I mean, I feel like shorts are also kind of a gotcha because it just kind of depends what happens. Like sometimes they do really well, sometimes they just entirely flop. Sometimes they just kind of do mid. Which, I mean, this one did okay. I might eventually delete it and re-upload it. I meant to have another one done by tonight, but I didn't. But it's fine. I don't want to like burn myself out on it anyway. Especially when there's more important things to be doing than making YouTube shorts. Because I feel like in the long run, editing videos, like long form videos, is probably going to be better anyway. Like editing the cake VOD into an actual video will probably be better. Will you end up boosting the music video when it's done? I don't know. I've seen some other VTubers do that where they like advertise a music video, but I don't know. Probably not. I mean, I guess it depends on what this like advertising run actually ends up doing. So far it's been like decent. I'll see how it is by the end of it, and then maybe I'll show like the results. You know what? Maybe I could even make a video off of it, because I don't know if any like VTubers ever talked about advertising their stuff before. So maybe I could do that. I know a lot of like regular YouTubers have talked about advertising their stuff and how it goes for them, but I feel like it can be somewhat different with VTubers. Because, I don't know. VTubers are just so... I wouldn't say they're super different, but we're pretty different from regular YouTubers, especially because most of the time we're streaming and not just making videos. So, it's kind of different when you're doing that. So, I don't know. That's another idea that I might eventually get to, or not. I guess... I don't know. I do have a lot of ideas that I haven't gotten to, so I probably shouldn't add any more onto that pile. But hey, it's fine. It's never bad to have a ton of ideas, right? I mean, yeah, honestly, I wish YouTube had a better way of discovering streams. Like, I wish instead of just videos on your recommended, there was like an entire section for live streams. Because I feel like that would be easier for discoverability than just having a live stream pop up on your recommended sometimes alongside actual like videos. Because like that happens for me, but I feel like it'd just be easier if there was an entire section dedicated to it. VTubers are different in the way that they're oppressed. as long as you do the ideas. Yeah, that's true. I'll get to them eventually. I think the hardest part though for shorts back then when I was making them all the time was most of them that I did were like scripted shorts. Like I would record them specifically to make them into shorts. And the issue that I would have is after a while, I just didn't have anything to talk about really. Or, you know, nothing that I could fit into like 60 seconds. So after a certain point, I was like, I can't really do anything. And back then, gaming clips weren't really doing that much for me. Nowadays, I think it's a little easier because like the Funger one did decently well. And I like the Funger one. I think it's pretty silly. But at the same time, back then when I didn't have as many viewers as I do now, I would try to post a lot of clips and that just didn't really work out. Which I mean, maybe it's because they weren't like edited. Because I feel like edited clips do a lot better than if you just, you know, kind of post a clip in general. And also I have seen some VTubers like take their karaoke streams and kind of cut them up into each song and upload them as videos. And I've thought about doing that, but at the same time I'm like, what if that like causes a copyright issue? But I don't know, maybe eventually. Yeah, I mean, more recently I've been trying to experiment with a bunch of different stuff. Because, you know, I'm an indie VTuber. I should take advantage of that and experiment with a ton of different things. See what I can do. And I mean, back when I first started out, I did things like exactly how corpo VTubers do because I thought that was just like the way you had to do things. And now it's more like, well, you don't have to do any of those things. Or, you know, you don't have to do them exactly as they do because I'm not under contract or anything. Like, I don't have a manager. I can do what I want. And it's not like I'm gonna get fired if I do something wrong. So I can try things and experiment, like spending $100 on advertising. Which, you know, we'll see how that goes. Like I said, at the end of it, maybe I'll make a video just like explaining how it went and what happened with it. You don't have to wait like 1 month just to play a game from 20 years ago. That explains the high-pitch debut vampire. Yeah, it's just, I didn't know like too many VTubers that had deeper voices. So I thought it was just like the norm to be super high pitched, or like I thought you had to do that to be popular. Maybe not just spending money. Well, yeah, I'm not really talking about spending money because I would rather not spend money on YouTube if I don't have to. Although at least, I don't know, the money is gonna even out, I think. We'll see. But like I said, I just want to try new things. And eventually I do want to do like a really, really long stream, like 8 hours or something. It's just the issue with that is like, with the time that I usually stream, we would be going into morning, I think. Wouldn't it? Because let me see. Like 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so if I did an 8-hour stream, we'd be ending at 4 AM. Which is like 2 hours before I need to get up for my real job. I'd have to do it on a weekend. Or I would have to start earlier, but the issue then is like, I gotta tell my roomies to be quiet for earlier. What would you do for 8 hours anyway? probably just have like sections of the stream, like have a game planned and then like yapping, maybe karaoke or something. I don't know. Just divide it up into different things. Or maybe I would try just playing one game for 8 hours straight, although I feel like that would get boring. At least for me. Because I don't know, I can't play the same game for like 8 hours straight. Like I said, I want to try it out eventually. I think it'd be a little silly. I mean, what even is the longest stream that I've done? Maybe like 4 hours? Have I gone past the 4-hour mark? Let me see. I just want to check. But I don't know if I've ever gone past 4 hours. Let me see. The Silent Hill 2 one? Maybe, maybe. I know Silent Hill 2 was pretty long. I don't know if it was 5 hours or not. The birthday stream was 4 hours. Let's see. I've been trying to stream for a bit longer each time because, I mean, I like streaming for shorter times, but I do want to kind of push myself to stream for a little bit longer. I mean, I don't know. I'd rather do like a 2 or 3 hour stream than a single hour stream, to be honest. I just... I would prefer that. Let's see. Bunny Garden was only 2 hours. And let's see. There was a Seaman stream that was 3 hours. I know, it's just the issue for me is like, if I don't stream at night, then I gotta ask my roomies to be quiet for like even longer. Or I gotta stream during the day, but then that would require me saying that I'm working from home and not actually working. First endurance stream went to 5 hours. Alright, well then we have gone to 5 hours before. I mean, I feel like it would just be kind of hard though. Do you have a dynamic microphone so it doesn't pick up background noise? I don't know if it's dynamic, but I do have like filters so it's not supposed to, but I know sometimes it still does anyway. Like I've noticed sometimes if one of my roomies like slams a door or something, it gets picked up by my mic, or sometimes like the noise of the stairs, I can tell the mic picks it up a little bit and I'm like, oh shit. And then also, one time when I was doing one of the Seaman streams, one of my roomies yelled for me and I got so scared. XLR cable or USB? I think it's USB. Do you even remember how you managed to run for 5 hours? No, I don't. I don't know how I managed that. Because, I don't know, there's some streams that like, I see the time on them and I'm like, how did I manage to run for that long? One of the first Detroit Become Human stream was 4 hours long. Let me see. There were a few chatting streams that were really, really long, or much longer than I thought they would be. But it's probably back when I still used bullet points for chatting. I usually forget to do that now. Because, I mean... Load it up on Strawberry Jam. I'll look into dynamic mics. I don't know. Honestly, I don't change my setup that often. Or like anything with my PC. Unless I get it from Throne, I usually don't do anything different. I don't know, looking back, I have a lot of streams that were a lot longer than I thought they would be. Like, there's a chatting stream that I talked for 3 hours. I have no clue how I did that. And... oh yeah, the first endurance stream was 5 hours, 6 minutes. I was probably just barely able to push over the 5-hour mark. I don't know, knowing me, I was probably trying intentionally to get to 5 hours. I don't know, it was a year ago. So, I don't know, I didn't talk about Astolfo that much back then. But, yeah, a lot of my earlier streams were relatively short. Okay, well, I'm not gonna search through my entire library because I don't need to do that right now. Definitely an accomplishment. Yeah, yeah. I mean, as much as I would love to do chatting streams for like 3 hours straight, usually I just don't have that much to talk about. Like, even today, I don't think I have that much I can talk about. Like, sure, I love to talk about things, but back when I would do really long ones, I would have things like written out about like what I wanted to talk about, and usually now I just kind of I just kind of try to talk about whatever comes to mind first. That's the fun part about it. I know, I know. I mean, it's good to have chat to bounce off of. I think it's better now, honestly, because back when I was using the bullet point system, I didn't really have too much of a chat to bounce off of. So, you know, I kind of just had to talk and talk and talk. I wasn't interacting too much. So, you know, now it's better because I can actually talk to people. Bullet points and Dana. Yeah, yeah. In a bunch of my earliest streams, I really only had my friends in chat, and even then, I didn't really know what to talk about. I haven't watched any of my earliest streams in a long time. Except for the last anniversary, I remember watching the debut, which was rough. You have awesome chat interaction. Well, I'm glad you think so, because sometimes I feel like I don't, like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like I don't say the right things. Or that I'm bad at talking to chat. But, you know, you're always your own worst critic. Would be funny if your early chatting has Danganronpa yapping. I was out of my Danganronpa phase by the time I debuted. When I liked Danganronpa was like around like 2017 to 2021, I would say, and then it kind of just like went away. I still kind of like Danganronpa, but what better way is there to interact with us? I guess that's true, but, you know, I just worry about it sometimes. And, you know, I mean, I don't know if this is like rude to say, but I don't want to be like a bunch of VTubers where they just read a message from chat and they're like, like, okay, but add something meaningful, please. Maybe that's mean to say. I don't know. I don't mean it in a mean way, but I just feel like that's not a very great response to things. Like, all right, sure. And also, like I've said before, when I first started streaming, I was very, very shy. So even when someone would come into my chat, I didn't know what to say to them. And I feel like I've gotten a lot better at that over the time that I've been streaming. Like, I still think I could improve with talking and like public speaking in general, but I think I'm doing a decent job at it right now. I mean, I try to respond to most people. It's not like I have like a order of importance or anything for who to respond to. It's really just like if I look over and I think I can say something meaningful. Still shy, but much better at yapping now. I know. I'm gonna work on getting more collabs because I really want to do more collabs and make more VTuber friends, but like I said, the hardest part is just reaching out for me because I always get so like insecure about it. And I'm like, I don't know, it's not like back when I had like 70 subscribers and I was DMing every single VTuber I could think of. So I don't know why I'm so worried about it now. I know. I'm gonna be there for Eclippunk's last stream. And that's true. But I'm gonna be there for their last stream and wish them well. So that's why I'm not streaming tomorrow, because I felt like it would overlap if I started streaming, because I think they're streaming at like 10 or 10:30, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Like I said, I just didn't want streams to overlap because I didn't want to have to like try and open up another stream while I'm streaming. Especially because my keyboard's so fucking loud. You could definitely hear it if I was trying to type. What's going on tomorrow? Eclippunk, the two VTubers that I collabed with last, they are graduating tomorrow, unfortunately. Like I said, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna wish them well. Because they are very, very talented. And I'm kind of sad to see them go, but I know that they're just gonna move on to bigger and greater things, so I'm not too sad. Trying not to be too sad, at least. I mean, it is always kind of sad when VTubers graduate, but, you know, it hits home a little harder when you actually, like, know them personally. I know. They're escaping the Matrix. Yeah, maybe they're finally getting out of the VTuber pipeline. I'm still stuck here, though, for probably quite a while longer. But it's been fun. And like I said, I don't think we should be super duper sad because I know they're gonna do great things from this point forward. So I don't think it's a super sad event. And I don't know, I'm kind of bad with like words when it comes to these things, to be honest. I know also, I think Ame from Hololive is graduating the end of this month, right? And I was kind of sad. I didn't watch Ame as much as like Ina and Kiara, but Holomyth was the first VTuber group that I actually watched actively, so it did kind of hurt. But I mean, seems like she's happy with what she's doing, so I'm glad. It's important to be there for them. That's true. Graduating and not at the same time. Yeah, she's just stopping her VTuber activities. Yeah, so I mean, it's not like an entire goodbye or anything. Like I said, it does make me a little sad since Holomyth was the first group that I really got into. Because Holomyth came out before any of the Niji En groups, I think. Because after I don't remember which Jen Anna's from in NijiEN, but or wait, was it Etheria? I think it was Etheria, right? After Etheria came out, then I didn't watch Myth as much, but I still watch Ina and Kiara sometimes. Too many gens. I know. I know. There's too many to keep up with. Like I've said though, I find myself watching like smaller corpos and other indies nowadays. Like don't get me wrong, I still like a lot of people in Hollow and Niji. But yes, I also have her desk mat. Actually with the I don't know if I think I posted a picture of them to the Discord, maybe. But with the desk mat, there was also a pair of Ina slippers that I got, like Takadashi slippers. I don't use them that much because they are kind of loud. Like, I guess it's just the material that's on the bottom of them. They're kind of loud. So I really only wear them when I'm home alone. Because if not, then my roomies can hear me anytime I walk around. And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like it's a little annoying for them. Corpos mostly use the same rigging for models. Sometimes. I feel like, especially like smaller corpos are getting better at having like flowier models, I would say. Like their rigging is getting a little bit better or like more in line with indie rigging. Do they squeak or something? No, they're just kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but like when you walk across the floor, it kind of sounds like you're shuffling. Well, and also they are a little bit big for my feet because it was just like one size fits most, and they're kind of big, because I have pretty small feet, so you know. Like I said, I usually wear them when I'm home alone because I get a little bit embarrassed. Anything is bigger than your feet. You guys haven't even seen them. You can't make fun of me for it. I mean, I have seen a lot of like corpo VTubers I've noticed will have toggles for certain emotions. Like if they want to be mad, they have to actually like do a toggle for that. And like, I don't know. I prefer just being able to do that, even though I guess it is maybe a little bit annoying having to like morph your face like that. Like but I think it's silly. It's just you kind of have to consciously do it. Although I think over time, I think I've kind of subconsciously started like emoting more. Which is also kind of a bad thing because I think sometimes I do it in real life too. And it probably looks really strange because I like open my eyes really wide. So people are probably like, what the fuck? It's like, I probably don't need to do that. Some rigs get triggered by hand motion. I see. Unfortunately, probably will not have a toggle for that with the new outfit. I'm gonna add a few more toggles, but overall it's gonna stay about the same. Don't accidentally leave your hair roller in when you go out. Actually, nowadays I've started doing something different with my bangs, so usually I don't need the hair roller anymore. I can just like kind of like shift my bangs to the side. So nowadays I don't really have to do that anymore. Like I thought about it, but I feel like if I put the hair roller in, it'd probably just fuck up the way my hair is right now, so. I think it's better this way. Does your current model have any toggles? Yeah, there's quite a few. We can go through them. I feel like I go through them like every single chatting stream, but it's fine. There's this one. There's the blushing. And then let's see. Oh, there's my ears. I know a lot of you guys think it looks cursed without my ears. I think I'm still cute without them, right? And then there's my other hair toggle. Honestly, though, I do really like the short hair, so. And then this one. And I think this one, yeah, that's for the stars, which, like I've said, I usually don't use during normal streams because I feel like they would be really distracting, especially with the ears. And then I do have a crying animation. I might need to zoom in a little more so you guys can see. I do like it a lot. I think it's kind of silly because I never actually asked my rigger for it to be animated. I can barely see the crying one. I know. I don't use it a lot because I'm like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of silly to turn on the crying toggle even if something like sad is happening in a game. Because I feel like it just looks silly. So I don't know. I just don't use it that much. These are my wings. Oh, one of them's cut off. Don't worry about that. There's a lot of moving parts on my model. There's a lot of moving parts. So usually I don't have them all turned on because it's kind of a lot. And then one of these is, nope, not that one. Don't worry about that. Some of the colors on my model are a little fucked, but it's okay. Anyway, I also have a toggle to get rid of my eye highlights. Which I feel like looks a little scary. If only Pipe Bomb had those. Which, I mean, I really only use this one with this one because I feel like if not, it looks a little bit goofy. But there we go. And let me get these back. And there we go. Back to normal. I do really like, I will say I really like the hairstyle that I have in the new outfit. Which I know you guys haven't seen yet, or at least most of you. So I'm excited for you guys to see it, because I really like it. Like, probably more than this one. So you could take off the armor. I don't think I can't. I don't think my other shoulder is rigged under here, to be honest. The old model I could take off the armor, but not this one. Like I said, I don't think my other shoulder is rigged under here. Which is fine, because, you know, I don't want to take the armor off. It stays on at all times. I gotta be safe. And, you know, if someone's coming at me with a sword, I can just turn to the side. And hopefully this big piece of armor will block it. Probably. Maybe. And, you know, playing Fire Emblem the past few days, I've been like, damn, I kind of want to have like a full armor model. But I was like, I don't know, that'd be a lot. Well, and also, even in Fire Emblem, a lot of the characters have really stupid outfits anyway, so. Like, most of them don't have full armor. It's usually pretty silly. Because, like, I feel like Corrin's outfit is really stupid. She just has her feet out all the time. Like, come on. Full armor, like fate armor. Probably more like fate armor. I mean, like I said, Fire Emblem, a lot of the armored designs aren't really fully armored. I'm imagining you pairing every hit with that one bit of armor. Yeah. I just really have to really have to watch out. I mean, I don't think Fire Emblem is as bad as some of the Fate designs in terms of being like horny looking, but I remember when Engage first came out, or like the trailer for it, everyone was calling the protagonist like Toothpaste Girl with the great cosplaying as Camilla though. I guess I do kind of have the natural look of Camilla a little bit. And like it's kind of sad that everyone hates Engage and that Engage is not that great of a game, because I really like Mika Pikazo's designs. Because she's the one that did all the designs, and like I like them and I like her art style. I also don't think they adapted her style well into 3D. Cause if you compare like Hako's Bale's model to the models in Engage, it does not look good. And I mean her 3D model. Not Ollie, Bales. Bales? However you say it. I never know how to pronounce her name. I'm thinking it's Bales. Probably. That would make the most sense to me. But, like, her 3D model looks so good, but the ones in Engage just look pretty bad. So I know that her style can be adapted well into 3D, they just did not do it good. They didn't do a good job. Basically VTuber models, yeah. I also, I don't think Mika Pikazo was the best pick for designing Fire Emblem characters. Although I do like a lot of the designs, like here. I'll look at a few of them. Let me see. Let me see. I know there's a few that I actually like. Most of them I don't care that much for, but I do like a few of them. Although I don't know if I can find like a good example. Let me see. Maybe. Well, there's this big image. Maybe. Oh, wait, it's not a big image, it's a really small image. Well, that's not gonna work. I don't want to, like, look at all the characters separately, though, is the thing. Like, I do think a lot of the Engaged designs are a little bit cluttered. But that does make sense because, you know, Mika Pikazo does design a lot of VTubers. And a lot of VTubers do have pretty cluttered designs. Or, you know, they're not simple at the very least. I don't know if I can find like an image of all of the characters without it being super small. Oh well. Like I said, I like a few of the characters from Engage. I watched a video of like the fishing gameplay, the fishing minigame the other day. And I was like, I don't know, compared to Three Houses, this kind of feels like a downgrade. And even like the graphics overall compared to Three Houses just feel like a big downgrade. Maybe it's just because they changed the art style to fit more with Mika Pikazo's art style in total, but I don't know. Because, like, watching the gameplay, I kind of felt like it kind of looks like a Pokemon game. Like the newer Pokemon games. It kind of looks like those. And I was like, oh, this just kind of looks like Pokemon. I mean, I know Fire Emblem 3 Hopes came out not that long ago. When did it come out? I say that, but I feel like it's been a while. Let me see. 3 Hopes came out. Oh, that was 2022. I mean, it wasn't that bad. Well, 3 Hopes was still in like the traditional Fire Emblem style, so. I mean, I don't really know how the actual gameplay is. Although it might actually be just kind of like Pokemon, since you summon characters to fight with you, I guess. I think Gage is still a fun game. I haven't tried it. I don't really feel like trying it. I also haven't seen that much gameplay besides the trailers. Like I said though, I want to play the rest of the Fire Emblem games. And then maybe I'll finally get to engage. We'll see. Can you even get compared to Persona? Well, Three Houses is kind of like Persona. But then Engage really shifted away from that, it feels like. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's a downgrade compared to what Three Houses did. But anyway, I'm probably gonna end stream here for tonight. I don't really have that much else to talk about. I really just wanted to talk about the fire alarm going off twice at the hotel that I was at. But I'm glad to be back, and streams will be back to normal starting next week. Like I said, we might finish up Seaman. Probably. I have heard about the hurricane. I've heard about it a lot recently. I only had one bullet point today. It was really the only thing I thought of before stream. I was like, I just really want to talk about this. But I still yapped for at least 2 hours, so that's something, right? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good night, everyone. I will see you guys next week. And if you will be watching Eclippump's graduation stream, I will be there in the chat to support them. So thank you guys so much. Sleep well, have sweet dreams. Good night, and bye-bye.